The smartphone business has changed. It's time for Android users to put down their Samsungs and look to the mothership itself, Google, for their phones. I'm talking about the impressive new Nexus 5X and 6P, two phones that deliver a better user experience for less money, but are only sold by Google. Though they're built by two different manufacturers, LG and Huawei, the two phones were designed in collaboration with Google, and they offer a pure Android experience, unlike the bloatware-riddled phones sold by carriers. The Nexus 5X has a 1.8 GHz 6-core Qualcomm CPU and 2 GB of RAM, while the Nexus 6P has an even faster 2 GHz 8-core Qualcomm with 3 GB of RAM. Both have gorgeous displays. The 5.2-inch Nexus 5X has a 1080p screen, while the 5.7-inch Nexus 6P has 2560 by 1440 pixels. Both screens are so dense, you won't spot a pixel on either. I prefer the 5X's screen because the colors seem more natural. Both have the fastest fingerprint reader I've ever used. Because of the reader's position on the back, the phones unlock as you're picking them up. Convenient security is important for a growing number of apps and services like Android Pay. Speaking of Android Pay, that's a great reason to go with a Nexus phone, which always gets the latest Android updates directly from Google. This year's edition, Marshmallow, also includes Google Now on tap, which predicts what you'll want to search for next based on what you're looking at on screen. Both phones have the same 12.3 megapixel camera, which in my test kept up with Samsung's fantastic Galaxy S6 both indoors and out, though it fell behind the camera on Apple's latest iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And both Nexus phones are a bargain. Carriers are doing away with subsidies, and whether you pay for your phone upfront or in monthly installments, there are now hundreds of dollars to be saved by choosing a phone more carefully. The Nexus 5X starts at $380 with 16 GB of storage, and the Nexus 6P starts at $500 with 32 GB of storage. If you want even more space, you'll have to pay extra, but a Nexus will still be cheaper than a Galaxy S6, which starts at $600, and an iPhone 6s, which starts at $650.